G'day, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Roddy with the Pedal Picassos. I'm going to show you the ToneX One controller that becomes available with the Pirate Midi Pico. And the Pico is this little box here. 9-volt DC power, then supplies power to your ToneX One and wireless Bluetooth control. And I'm using that via the m-vave chocolate controller here. So I can change my presets. So you get access to presets 1 to 20, and I'm showing you recording the screen here on the ToneX One controller. It's simply a matter of going to your Wi-Fi settings and selecting the ToneX configurator, and then going to ToneX local in your web directory, and you've got access to the ToneX One controller. So you can have a look at all 20 presets, and you can edit those as well, which is really funky. So number one is my Dr. Z18. And either through here, selecting them, get to the next preset. Now it doesn't reverse change the settings on your Bluetooth controller, but if I go back to my number one setting, it'll take me back to my Dr. Z18. And then I can, through the m-vave chocolate MIDI Bluetooth wireless controller, scroll through, and it will change the presets here on our One controller software via your phone or PC or Mac. So what can you do? Okay, you can select a lot of parameters and adjust parameters on the fly. So you can be tuning this at rehearsals, tuning it at a gig, tuning it in your studio. So your noise gate, whether you want to enable it, have it post or pre, thresholds, release and depth, compression, enable or disable your compression and adjust there. EQ, frequencies. Here's all your EQ frequencies that you'll find on the software as well for the new ToneX editor, which is very cool. Reverbs, plate, spring, 4 types of spring and a room reverb. How much? How much is too much? Let's put the mix right up. Or we disable it. I've still got my ping pong delay going there. Now it's showing sync here, and if I enable sync, there we go. Now, you could assign a control change to perhaps this switch here, and it could be your tap tempo, and you could enable your delay time, or adjust your delay time via that particular foot switch with sync on. All right, amp, here is where you get to select your amp. At the moment, it's the tone model. You can change your VIR. And there was a slight change there between the ToneX tone model and the IR there that's loaded into this. Yeah, now step. Back to this. Tone model. And or disabled. Nasty. We don't want that. We do want some type of cabinet enabled, because after all, this is an amp and cab emulation. All right. Number 3 on foot switch D, or MIDI change 3, so there's a program change at 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and you notice that my colours are changing on the ToneX, corresponding to the fact that yes, we are changing patches. Sweet. Call this one Dave. Why? So editing on the fly, global editing. Here's tap tempo. There's your tap tempo on here. Just change that. Presets, you can actually change the order of your presets. So say if I want to move Dave down, I'm moving him down to bank 2, preset 1, and then I would go and save this preset order. So saving preset order, which it should have done. So it should have now changed that to, there it is. There he is. And now coming back down to number 3, I should have my Mark 2 clean, which I do. Mesa Boogie Mark 2 clean. All right, just wanted to be able to show you this. You've also got the options to change and edit your MIDI control on Bluetooth. Yes, I do. MIDI control, whether your wired MIDI output on your Pico is enabled or not. I do have yes. Internal foot switches, so your preset switch layouts. External foot switch layouts as well. Wi-Fi, you get to set up your passwords for the ToneX config to be discovered, and your Wi-Fi transmit power as well, and miscellaneous. Screen rotation, preset and bank switching, loop around, slot C, stomp mode, changing preset save to slot C. With regards to ToneX One, when you've got it in A, B, and then C being a stomp mode, which is what it is default with ToneX. All in all, a great little controller. And it, with your amp presets, I don't think I went in there. I did go through cabinet tone model. I think I did. You get to adjust your gain, volume, mix, presence, and depth with your amp module, but in your EQ, you get to really fine tune and hone your EQ settings for each particular amp. So if you want to set up 20 presets for a gig, easy peasy on this. If you just want to set up 4 straight sounds for a gig, so simple. And with wireless Bluetooth MIDI, you can have these 2 little boxes out of the way, up off the floor so they won't get drowned in beers. This little controller here at 50, 60, 70 bucks, whatever it costs where you are, is a disposable thing. I'd hate to say that, but it's sacrificial. You could buy 2 of these, have a spare, and you've got a very powerful rig controller for your ToneX, which is giving you really good sounds. See you next time.